Welcome back to our road trip. In the first 2 episodes, we made our way to Gundagai with a song stuck in our head. On the road to Gundagai. Met a very famous dog. Escaped from a prison.
Let's turn that.
Then headed towards the Tumut area where we saw some gold mine ruins and popped into an orchard. It's quite good.
This is definitely apple country.
And tasted a selection of gins and liqueurs from a local distillery before popping Dana's Caravan Park cherry, but not Jesse's. It's my first time ever staying in a caravan.
Really? No, it's not my first time.
Hello from Kosciuszko National Park. Today we woke up in our little caravan park, our first time experience. Not sure it's my favourite way to camp. Free camping is a lot less close quarters. It was good to charge things up anyway. So we went back into Tumut, had some breakfast at the Coffee Peddler because there's 2 coffee peddlers around here, one in Tumut and one in Gundagai. So we decided we'd compare them. They're pretty similar, to be honest.
Yeah, same thing.
Both good. And now we've driven into the national park. We're heading to Talbingo, but on the way here we saw this beautiful spot to look out over the lake.
Yeah, lake lowering. You can see where the fires hit across the lake. It's all red.
Really like the colours here. And that is a big lake. But anywho, in a second we'll pop back in the van and head on towards Talbingo.
Perfect temperature. Should we go for a swim, you think?
I am wearing my swimmers.
Really? You were ready for the Yarrangobilly.
We could have camped here last night. Maybe we should have, but there would have been no power and no shower. Good views though. And look at that blue water. The red in the hills, the green in the hills, the black in the hills, which came from unfortunate circumstances, but looks bloody nice now. Walgalu country. So we did end up stopping in Talbingo, but I think that's going to make a lot more sense when we learn a bit more about it, so you might see that in a future vlog. But right now we've just stopped at Black Parry Lookout. Right here are some rare minerals that are only found at a few places in the world, Babingtonite and Hedenbergite, and they're formed when molten rock lands on the earth and cooks it. And over there in the distance, you can see the rock jutting out of the landscape. That's called Black Parry, which is what the lookout's here to see. In terms of where we are right now, Canberra is off in the distance that way, and Tumut is off in the distance that way, and we're somewhere on a loop in between the two. But now I think we'll head on to Yarrangobilly.
They seem to be resealing the road, so as you come down you meet the odd escort vehicle and they take you past the excavators nice and safely and slowly. Oh, this looks nice. So very nice. Oh man, look at this tree! Oh my god. So we've come down from Tumut, past Lake Lowering, had a little stop off in Lake Lowering, a little dip the toes in, kept going down into the national park to Yarrangobilly Caves. We went to the visitors centre. It's $22 per adult to do the self-guided walk through the South Glory Cave only at the moment, and $4 to get your car in the national park, when the only open cave at the moment is the South Glory Cave, so we're now doing the walk down to there. We've stumbled across this amazing little tree arch. Whoa!
Oh my lord. Well, I've never been in anything like this. I don't think I've ever been in a cave at all, actually. Look at that massive hole in the roof. I wonder how that was formed. Can't wait to see what else we're gonna see in here.
It's very chilly. Oh, how the temperature changes.
There's bats flying around in here. It's kind of cool. And birds as well. And it is way colder in here than outside, but I'm all about that. It's actually getting a bit warm in Australia now, and I love the cold. We're not even really properly in the cave yet, and there's already so much goodness to look at. It's nuts. Let go. So all of the stalactites and stalagmites, the ones that come up and down from the roof, are actually calcite, which is formed from limestone that's had water run through it and purified it. And they're shaped over thousands of years. Some of them are even on weird angles because of wind coming through the cave. And it's also very wet in here, so be prepared to be dripped on a lot. You also have to crouch a lot through here because I guess the caves weren't built for humans. They just were. Uphill is still uphill though, even inside a cave. And I'm still not fit. The red on the rocks over there is actually iron that's poking through the rock. They call this guy the judge's wig, and I can see why. I think there might be ghosts in here. We keep hearing slams and cracks and footsteps. Also, if you're claustrophobic, probably don't recommend. So much to see. So many sludgy bits and things hanging from the roof and so much uphill.
Ooh, steep. It gets steep here. Wow.
Jesse's probably a popsicle by now. I forgot to tell him that you're supposed to bring a jumper if you're worried about getting cold, which I wasn't.
Yeah, I missed that bit.
But we're nearly at the end, so I think he'll survive for a couple more steps. Fresh air, freedom. The sweet taste of sunshine. Well, that was pretty mad. And now I hear we're about to see if we can find a snake. There's a brown snake hiding around at our next destination, apparently, so I hope we don't see him. This sign is a victim of the fires, I think. Oh no, this is a recurring theme, this downhill that then becomes uphill on the way back. Right now life is good, but ask me on the way back up. So we're on our way to the thermal pools. This is where there have been lots of snake sightings lately, and I'm hoping we don't become one of them because I don't love snakes.
Closer. Closer to the pool. That wasn't such a bad hill on the way down.
I hope there's hope of rescue if I collapse on the way back up. But enough negative talk for now. We made it to the pools!
Nice.
It's cool.
Yeah? Yeah, it's definitely deep.
This is lovely. Gonna hold on to this moment as I walk back up that hill.
You wouldn't know it's warm.
Probably is.
Similar temp to what's going on outside, I suppose.
Probably is warm in winter, but it's not winter. This might be the only shower we get tonight.
Yeah.
The sides of the pool are all mossy. Mossy, mossy, mossy. Oi, oi, oi. Apparently this pool is meant to be at about 27 degrees right now, and it is a thermal pool, so it's fed by thermal activity. But on a hot day like today, it's quite refreshing.
What was once a sign?
We decided to do the river walk back up the hill. Probably won't be any better than that one, but I'm taking my chances. But look at the river right here. There's actually people swimming in there as well, so you can hop in the river too if you like. We learned while we were down at the thermal pools that they were actually built by prisoners.
The original pool wasn't. The original pool was built in 1896. It was a wooden pool, much smaller, but in 1969 some prisoners were made to build the current pool, the current concrete one. And some frogs live there, and it gets mossy. Oh, look at that.
Crispy logs.
Oh, this one.
Anyway, we thank those prisoners greatly because that pool is quite pleasant.
Water flows into it at 100,000 litres per hour. So it did seem very clean.
Jesse has lost his sunnies. We're going back for the sunnies. The 1.4k walk just got a little bit longer. We got them back.
Oh yeah.
A nice couple found them at the bottom of the pool.
I wouldn't have went back in if I saw them floating at the bottom of the pool.
You mean you would have made me walk back for nothing? I'm hungry. So we've just driven from the national park all the way through some tundra-y, alpine-y kind of area to Yarrangobilly, and all through there was so beautiful. I don't know what it was about all those hills with the red plants sprinkled amongst them and then wild brumbies grazing all throughout there. We thought about staying in a campground that would have had wild brumbies visiting us, but in the end we've decided to move on to the next place that we're going to explore. But I'm glad that we got to see them on the side of the road as we were driving by, because I don't think I've ever seen brumbies before. And if you don't know, brumbies is the Australian word for wild horses, or broncos, are they called overseas? I think they're called broncos in the US. Correct me if you're from the US and I'm wrong. Right now I'm standing beside the big trout in Yarrangobilly. This is their local draw card. I'm guessing because there's a lot of trout fishing around here to be had, and there is a trout farm that you can visit, but I don't think we're going to get there this time around, so you'll have to make do with this one. So that's it for this video.
Oh, is it?
But don't worry, there'll be more videos coming. So make sure you subscribe so you know when they come out, and we'll see you in the next one. And head on towards Talbingo.
Sounds like a plan. Past Lake Lowering.
You're like,
What are you doing
not a
there?
kiss. We'll see you in the next one.
I didn't do my wave.